You are watching a special presentation from Tinkle Group Gaming. Hello guys, and welcome here to the Jello Cup Series race number 31 here today from the Watkins Glen International Raceway. Today we present to you the GoBowling.com at the Glen. I'm Brian here in the booth with you. Starting from the pole will be Daniel Voiles in the number 9, one of the non-playoff drivers, and one of the go-or-go-homers in the field. So a good lap he laid down to be up front, and starting next to him will be the number 4 of Zach Fitzwater, who is one of the playoff drivers hoping to advance into the round of 8 as we get going here. Of course, it is the second race in the round of 12. We will have the final one 2 weeks from now. That's right, you heard it right. 2 weeks from now will be the next Jello Cup Series race, and that will be at the Charlotte Roval. And that will determine who makes the round of 8. So still a lot to be decided after we did not have a playoff driver win the last race. Will we see a playoff driver win here today to advance to the next round? Will we see someone like Daniel Voiles, a go-or-go-homer, or a non-playoff driver win here today to spoil the show for the playoff drivers? We're going to find out in just a moment as we get going here at Watkins Glen. Let's roll the intro. When we come back, the green flag in just a moment.
Searching for greatness in a sea of the dying and shameless, a sea of the aimless. I don't wanna be one of the nameless. I'ma wake up with the mindset that one day I'm gonna make it, and I don't think I'll be fine if I don't break my limitations. Don't try to stop me, I exist to write my own story. I'll make a decision if I want some peace or if I want the glory. Yeah, don't want a life that is complacent or possibly boring. I just want a life that is worth every day exploring. My whole life I just wanted someone who would notice me. My whole life I just wanted to be somebody to be. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great. Yeah, I just wanna be great.
Here we go, getting ready to go racing here at Watkins Glen. As a reminder, these guys are running the full course here today with the boot. So we come to turn 11 as the pace car will peel off. It's going to be Zach Fitzwater, Daniel Voiles on the pole. He'll lead us to the Geico restart zone. The green flag waves were underway at Watkins Glen. Voiles clears in the S's. Again, unlike yesterday when we ran the 2.45 mile course, today we are running on the over 3 mile course that IMSA uses. So we will be going into the boot. Just figure I explain that again for those who might look at the lap count and see, well, we ran 17 laps yesterday. Why are we running less on the cup side? That is why, because we are running a longer course. So therefore, much less laps. As you see, they're going into the boot for the first time. Again, nothing new to the Jello Cup Series. They have run in the boot for the last few seasons. Fitzwater, of course, I believe, is the defending winner of this race. But Daniel Voiles is out in front right now. And of course, you know, this track also a home track to me, as well as Austin Shaw, Dan Hummel. So even more reason, or even more incentive here for those guys to win at Western New York Autosport. coming back to complete lap 1 this time. We have a clean first lap, and Daniel Voiles will lead it. See, a minute 56, but of course, keep in mind they were getting up to speed coming to the green. That is why the laps were a little bit slow as you take a look now at the leaderboard. No real battles going on up front. There is one back here for the 12th position. That's Trevor Collins and Scott Upton, another guy who should be watched here today. Of course, Scott Upton really good at the road course races. He's won at Canadian Tire before. On the Jello Cup side, as he gets hit in the corner, but he clears the 12 regardless. Look on further back. The next battle, Dylan Ibrahimian, Bradley Ream. And that one will be done. Max Anderson back here. Jessica Kinghart, the recently eliminated number 7. Mitchell Collins is back there as well. We head back up front. You see Voiles trying to extend his lead. Something about driving that 9 car at Watkins Glen has sure got him going. Of course, as he leads here. Keep in mind, after today, as mentioned, we take a week off. There will be no races next weekend here on Tinkle Group Gaming. That is due to the Labor Day holiday. We decided to take a weekend off. It'll allow you guys to get caught up. It'll allow us to catch our breaths. So we hope you'll take advantage of it and get caught up on some of the races. But of course, we will be going to the Charlotte Roval for the next race. That will be in 2 weeks' time. Then, of course, that's when we return from our week off. We then will determine the round of 8. Or we'll then begin the round of 8, rather, with a race at Talladega. And, of course, that means the part-timers will be rejoining us in mid-September. We will also be going to Rockingham and Martinsville. Those are the next few races before we go to Ricky Raceway for the season finale. So that's all coming your way here on Tinkle Group Gaming in the coming weeks. 1.3 second lead, but you see Zach Fitzwater's under pressure from the 21, Tim Randolph, who is one of the playoff drivers looking to advance. Coming out of the boot, Daniel Voiles still leading. Of course, the question will be, when will we see pit stops? We saw a few of them under caution in the Lift National Series race that occurred yesterday. Of course, Dennis Shelmerdine won on that configuration, got his 4th win of the Lift National Series season. And he's looking, at least from the win column perspective, he is looking like a guy that could win the title this season. Of course, his 4th career win ties him with a bunch of other drivers at the top of the, or second on the list, rather. Of course, Daniel Giderow, Austin Shaw, to my knowledge, are the 2 that are number 1 on the list with 5 career Lift National Series victories. Of course, Austin Shaw not in the Lift National Series playoffs anymore. He got eliminated yesterday. Again, taking a look back, Fitzwater there, Tim Randolph, Keith Stevens, they have pulled away from this group, which includes the 42 Parker Newhouse, but we do have a battle here between him and Ryan Durrani. In the number 47, the regular season champ, looking for a 5th place. He's the only driver in the playoffs without a victory this season. And of course, the only reason he got in, the regular season title. Otherwise, it would have been Brittany White. But Ryan Durrani hangs on in 6th for now. Or in 5th for now, as he looks to advance into the round of 8. Daniel Boyle's still pulling away. And let's get a lap around. I believe he... Or actually, I'm sorry. Let's get a lap around from Zach Fitzwater, who of course is the defending winner of this race, as we go on his cockpit view, his helmet camera. See, red lines it into the S's. He's holding steady here. I actually did the simulator at Watkins Glen, the iRacing rig that NASCAR brings to a bunch of the events. For those who don't know, I was at the NASCAR Cup Series event at the Glen just last week. But I will tell you, this was a hard one to drive. I'll blame no force feedback for that, though. See, we go into the boot here. Just look up there as we close out on the graphics there. You could see a rear view mirror full of that 21 of Tim Randolph. As he goes up the hill to, I believe, the heel, or I'm sorry, the toe. Runs it a little wide, but he will gain. He seems to gain on. I'm sorry, he seems to get away from Tim Randolph in the heel, or in, I'm sorry, in the boot. And you see it's back to the normal course, basically. Oh, they're pitting. At least Voiles is pitting. So that'll hand the lead to Zach Fitzwater, and that is essentially a lap around the full Watkins Glen circuit. Based on this juncture, it could be possible that Daniel Voiles has committed to a two-stop race, but it is close. It's close to being either a two or a one-stopper. But again, this is where Tim Randolph really gains on that 4. And you see he's right there. And this is where Fitzwater gets away a little bit. Once you get past the boot. Oh, Randolph looked inside. He's not going to get there. Keith Stevens right behind them. And keep in mind, Keith Stevens eliminated in the first round. But he still wants to put on a show. Keith Stevens now trying to battle for second. And that's what Zach Fitzwater needs to see in his rearview mirrors. He's been stalked all race by Tim Randolph to this point. Here we go. They will pit this time. There's the pit line. And that's where you got to be at 35 miles an hour. The rest of the leaders are in. It appears Daniel Voiles, Brittany White, Dave James, and a few others are the only ones to have pitted under that they're the only ones to do the undercut, and we'll see just how much Brittany White is able to gain. Or I'm sorry, Daniel Voiles. Oh, an issue for Fitzwater. He gets slowed on his stop and he loses positions. Daniel Voiles goes back to the lead. And that is not what Zach Fitzwater needed. That'll drop him from 2nd to 5th after that cycle of stops. They might have been making adjustments, but you were in the 2nd spot with your only stop of the race right there. That's one where I would have just said, you know what, driver, you got to suck it up and just live with whatever adjustments we made for you. Or at least the crew chief. I mean, that is just not good strategy. Again, you're battling with the 21 who is in the playoffs as well. And you're battling for a chance to advance into the round of 8. And now he's back there, and he's going to be dealing with Dylan Young and Ryan Durrani in a few laps. Both of them still alive in this playoffs. And again, we go to the Charlotte Roval in 2 weeks. The final road course race of the season. And it's not the easiest one. It is one that has been a wreckfest in the past. So it's unpredictable as far as what we'll see. Big lead for Voiles off the pit lane. We could have a battle for 3rd on our hands very soon. You see Jessica Strauss has been back there, and she's really been eating up time on the 6. And the big question, though, is you see Fitzwater's getting bigger in the mirror if you're Jessica Strauss. Again, that's a teammate, but you go further back. Well, not anymore, but earlier you could have gone further back and saw the 14 of Reggie Fogelman just a little bit further back, and that's your best friend right there. And your teammate. And again, how much do you weigh being friends with the teammate? You know, and Jessica Strauss now, will she move over to help Fitzwater out? That's going to be the big question. Of course, Monday night we had the race at Bristol. Fitzwater did not fare well after those cautions, and this will be the deciding moment with 5 to go. Again, Fitzwater's well out of this thing, unless we get a caution. It's been all Daniel Voiles today. And you can see Jessica Strauss not moving over. And Keith Stevens really trying to make it difficult for the both of them. Again, Allie Rain, his teammate Allie Rain is in the playoffs, but is battling back in the 20th spot. And actually, I think 17. I don't remember if they got eliminated or not. It's been so long since I recorded, guys. Forgive me. Tim Randolph trying to eat away at that lead. He's got nobody around him. He's the 5th fastest car in lap times. The fastest one right now, believe it or not, is the number 2 of Dylan Young, and he is now closing on Zach Fitzwater for that 5th position. And this is where you can just tell Keith Stevens is kind of the weakest link. In a way, as you see the 9 pitting, that'll hand the lead to Tim Randolph. Now Tim Randolph, keep in mind, a win advances him. Okay, that's something you've got to consider now. For Tim Randolph, he entered this race below the cut line. Behind Ryan Durrani by 4 points. Battle for 5th. Dylan Young, another one. He's 6th in the points entering here today. Not a secure position to be in. You see Keith Stevens get away, so now you worry if Jessica Strauss is the weakest link in this battle. And if I'm Jessica Strauss, or if I'm Zach Fitzwater, I'm getting mad at my teammate now. It's like, come on, man, you're holding me up. You know, you've got another playoff guy battling behind me that's not a teammate. Move out of the way. There he goes, Fitzwater for 4th. Or for 3rd, rather. And now they're probably on the radio telling Jessica Strauss, try to hold up that 2 a little bit. Give me a little bit of help with 3 to go. But I imagine, again, the damage is done to Zach Fitzwater. But I imagine he will be frustrated talking to his teammate after this race, you know, saying, hey, you know, I get you and Reggie Fogelman are friends, but late in the race, you got to be a teammate. You got to help out. And she's doing just that now, as Dylan Young unable to get by at the moment, and Brittany White stalking behind. And Brittany White, again, for those who don't know, probably the most consistent driver all season, only missed 2 races early, but she's been the most consistent. I believe she had the best average finish after 26 races, and did not make the playoffs thanks to Ryan Durrani's regular season title. So again, a rare occasion that the car with the best average finish did not make the playoffs. And she's trying to make up for it here. Tim Randolph leads us to 2 laps to go here at the Glen. Keith Stevens still in second, but you see Dylan Young pitting. Now we've got a question. Does that 4 have enough? Does the 21 have enough? He has now grown the lead to 5 seconds. And again, if Tim Randolph wins, he does not have to worry at the Charlotte Roval, regardless of where he finishes, if he finishes, what have you. He's in the next round if he wins. That would be huge for this Wood Brothers team. Here we go, coming out of the boot. Again, we saw it at Bristol. The caution came out after the leader took the white. We obviously don't hope for a caution. But the other thing we worry about, does Tim Randolph have enough fuel? No. So now all eyes are back here, second and third. Keith Stevens stays out. White flag is out. 1 lap of racing to go, presented by Mitchell's Memes. And Keith Stevens, who was eliminated from the playoffs last round, is the race leader, your Daytona 500 winner. This is a long course, over 3 miles, not a track you want to gamble on fuel strategy, but you see Keith Stevens willing to take that risk. And he's got Zach Fitzwater about a second back. What will Fitzwater do? Because again, a chance at the round of 8 is at stake. This is where he's been good, and you see him kind of staying close. He's going to have to make some dramatic gains here if he wants a shot. And this is where Zach Fitzwater's long-term experience could pay off. But Keith Stevens, again, trying to stay unfazed here, as he looks to collect his second win of the season. Fitzwater is there. Being there is one thing, passing is another. Here we go. To turns 10 and 11. Do these cars have enough fuel? Turn 11 for the final time. Fitzwater's not going to get there. Keith Stevens is going to get his second win of the season here today at Watkins Glen. This is, I believe, the 3rd or 4th straight race that we have not had a playoff driver win. And it comes at the hands of a guy who was eliminated in the last round. Keith Stevens wins at the Glen. And for Zach Fitzwater, he was so close. A strong run, but unable to get the job done. And same with the 21 Tim Randolph. He led late, but unfortunately he will come out in 9th. Strong showing for Ford here at the road course. We'll see if they can carry this momentum into the Charlotte Roval. in 2 weeks' time. Again, no races next weekend due to the Labor Day holiday. So we want to say thank you for watching. We're going to show you results and your standings. We hope you have a fun and safe Labor Day weekend, and we will be back here on Tinkle Group Gaming in 2 weeks at the Charlotte Roval for the round of 8 or the round of 12 elimination race. Excuse me. Until then, goodbye everyone.